Nelson Mandela, popularly known as Madiba, was a South African anti-apartheid revolutionary, political leader, and philanthropist. He was the first democratically elected president of South Africa, serving from 1994 to 1999. Mandela was born on July 18, 1918, in Vizo, a small village in the Eastern Cape province of South Africa. He was the youngest of 4 children born to Gadla Henry Mfakaniiswa, a local chief, and his third wife, Nosekeni Fanny. Mandela grew up in a traditional Xhosa household, where he learned about his people's customs and traditions. In this essay, we will discuss Mandela's life story, including his early life, activism, imprisonment, and presidency. Early life. Mandela's father died when he was 9 years old, and he was sent to live with his guardian, Chief John Ntaba Dalindibo, in the Thembu royal palace. Mandela received a traditional Thembu education and was groomed to become a chief. However, he was also exposed to Western education and became the first member of his family to attend school. He completed his primary education at a local missionary school and later attended Clarkberry Boarding Institute and Healdtown, a Methodist secondary school. In 1939, Mandela enrolled at the University of Fort Hare, the only university for black South Africans at the time. However, he was expelled from the university for participating in a student protest. Mandela then moved to Johannesburg, where he completed his Bachelor of Arts degree by correspondence through the University of South Africa. While in Johannesburg, Mandela worked as a night watchman and later as a law clerk. He also became involved in politics and joined the African National Congress (ANC), a political party formed to fight for the rights of black South Africans. Activism and imprisonment. In the 1940s, Mandela became actively involved in the ANC's campaign against apartheid, a system of racial segregation that gave white South Africans complete control over the country's political, social, and economic systems. In 1948, the National Party, a white supremacist political party, won the general election and began to implement even more oppressive apartheid policies. Mandela and other ANC leaders launched a campaign of nonviolent resistance, which was met with brutal force by the government. Mandela and other activists were arrested and tried for treason in 1956. However, they were acquitted in 1961. In 1962, Mandela went underground and formed Umkhonto we Sizwe, Spear of the Nation, the military wing of the ANC. He also traveled abroad to gain support for the anti-apartheid movement. In 1964, Mandela and several other ANC leaders were arrested and charged with sabotage and attempting to overthrow the government. Mandela was found guilty and sentenced to life imprisonment. He was sent to Robben Island, a maximum security prison off the coast of Cape Town, where he spent the next 27 years. During his imprisonment, Mandela became a symbol of the anti-apartheid movement and a global icon of resistance against injustice. He spent most of his time in prison doing hard labor, but he also read extensively and continued to study and write. He also played a significant role in shaping the ANC's policies and strategies. Release and presidency. In 1990, South African President F.W. de Klerk announced the unbanning of the ANC and other anti-apartheid organizations and the release of political prisoners, including Mandela. Mandela was released from prison on February 11, 1990, to a hero's welcome. He immediately resumed his role as the leader of the ANC and began negotiating with de Klerk's.